Shalom, I'm Rabbi Bertie Becker. Welcome to CSU's Yom HaShoah service. Eli, Eli, Shelo Yigamel Leolam, Aho Hayam, Rishush Shel Hamayim, Beherach Hashamayim Tfilat Adam Hachov Echayam Rishush Shel Hamayim Berach Hashamayim Tfilat Adam. O Lord, my God, I pray that these things never end. The sand and the seas, the rush of the water, the crash of the heavens, the prayers of man, the sands and the seas, the rush of the waters, the crash of the heavens, the prayers of man. Congregation Shearith Israel, the first synagogue established in the United States, is still active. Founded in 1654, when Jews were forbidden to worship publicly, 23 Jews who had fled from King Ferdinand and Queen Isabella in Spain to Brazil now fled from Brazil and the Inquisition there to New Amsterdam. There, Peter Stuyvesant sought to refuse the Jew settlement, so they petitioned the Dutch West India Company through fellow Jews in Holland. The company granted the petition to live in the colony. Over the next decades, Jews, prohibited from serving in the guard, but being taxed for not serving, won in court the right to serve, to own land, to practice a trade, to hold public office, and eventually, in 1970, to build a synagogue. In 2019, nearly 400 years after the founding of that first Jewish community in what became New York, the NYPD reported more anti-Jewish incidents than all other hate crimes together. In January of this year, 2020, ADL's CEO, Jonathan Greenblatt, testified before the House Subcommittee on Intelligence and Counterterrorism. Quote, ADL's most recent audit of anti-Semitic incidents recorded more than 1,800 acts in 2018, the third highest total we've seen in 40 years. These results come on the heels of our 2017 audit, which documented a 57% surge over the prior year, the largest on record. Anti-Semitism outranks all other forms of racial and religious hate crimes. Although these are called acts of domestic violence and the perpetrators are charged with hate crimes, in every other sense they are terrorism. The Southern Poverty Law Center has documented 1,020 hate groups operating across the United States. That's a record high, a 30% increase since 2016. We're seeing the tragic impact of hate in more and more spasms of deadly violence. But it was not just the high-profile and lethal incidents that Greenblatt spoke about. Quote, "It's also the kids who snap a Heil Hitler salute for a gag, the swastikas scrawled on garage doors, the college campuses where Jewish students are ostracized for supporting Israel. This moment is about women wearing wigs harassed as they ride the subway, or men wearing black hats assaulted as they cross the street. It's the idea that a person isn't safe in their supermarket, their synagogue, or their home just because they are Jewish." Shomer, Shomer Yisrael, Shemor Sharit Yisrael, Shomer, Shomer, Shemor Yisrael, Shemor Sharit Yisrael, Ve'al Yovad, Ve'al Yovad Yisrael, Ve'al Yovad, Ve'al Yovad Yisrael HaOmerim, HaOmerim, HaOmerim Shema Yisrael, Shomer, Shomer Goy Echad, Shemor She'erit Am Echad, Shomer, Shomer Goy Echad, Shemor She'erit Am Echad, Ve'al Yovad, Ve'al Yovad Goy Echad, Ve'al Yovad, Ve'al Yovad Goy Echad Ham Yachadim, Shimcha, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Guardian of Israel, guard the remnant of the people Israel. Let those who say the Shema not perish. Let those who proclaim God's oneness not perish. Let Israel not perish. A 2019 New York Times editorial reads, "Society in recent years has shown healthy signs of increased sensitivity to other forms of bigotry. Yet somehow anti-Semitism can still be dismissed as a disease gnawing at the fringes of society. That is a dangerous mistake. As recent events have shown, it is a very mainstream problem." HIAS, the Hebrew Immigrant Aid Society, whose mission has transformed from helping refugees because they were Jewish to helping refugees because we are Jewish, was mentioned in the message of the Pittsburgh synagogue shooter. He wrote, "HIAS likes to bring invaders in that kill our people. I can't sit by and watch my people get slaughtered." The Poway synagogue attacker wrote, "I would die 1,000 times over to prevent the doomed fate that the Jews have planned for my race." And on an anti-Semitic message board, "Every Jew is responsible for the meticulously planned genocide of the European race. They act as a unit, and every Jew plays his part to enslave the other races around him. Their crimes are endless." Deborah Lifshitz, an Emory University historian, reported to Fox, "This happens when leaders talk about hordes and swarms and all sorts of other things about immigrants. This stuff has been around for a long time, and now lots of the barriers are down, and people feel like they can say it and they can do things." In a Belton, Missouri sting operation, the perpetrator's post referenced, quote, "anti-Semitic, coronavirus-related conspiracy theories, that the pandemic is a tool for Jews to expand their global influence." The user stated, "If you don't think this whole thing was engineered by Jews as a power grab, there's more proof of their plans." And the conspiracy broadcaster and pastor Rick Wiles said that the coronavirus outbreak is spreading to synagogues and is a punishment from God. He also claimed that that COVID-19 outbreak in the United States started at the APEC Policy Conference in Washington, D.C. Another case of ignorance of basic information, as the first case in the United States was in Washington State, not Washington, D.C., the opposite side of the country. Abraham Shlonsky wrote, "In the presence of eyes which witnessed the slaughter, which saw the oppression the heart could not bear, and has witnessed the heart that once taught compassion, until the days came to pass that crushed human feeling, I've taken an oath to remember it all, to remember, not once to forget not one thing to the last generation, when degradation shall cease, to the last to its ending, when the rod of instruction shall have come to conclusion. An oath, not in vain passed over the night of terror. An oath, no morning shall see me at flesh pots again. An oath, lest from this we learned nothing." 6 million dead, and at least 1 million of which were children. How shall we let such hatred rise again? True News, which was granted press credentials by the current administration, called the impeachment procedure a Jew coup. Quoting Pastor Rick Wiles, the founder of True News, they published, "Stay out of those things," meaning the synagogues. "There's a plague in them. God's dealing with false religions. And there's a plague moving upon the earth right now, and the people that are going into the synagogues are coming out of the synagogues with the virus." ADL Center on Extremism tracks anti-Semitic trends and other forms of hate every day. As the blood libel raises its ugly head in cyberspace, they develop new tools to fight cyber hate. A report, May 2018, analyzing speech on Twitter, provided the first ever snapshot of the trends and themes of anti-Semitism on the social media platform. Among the findings, at least 4.2 million anti-Semitic tweets were shared and reshared on Twitter over a 12-month period. Imagine 4.2 million tweets. How many on Instagram? How many messages on Facebook, LinkedIn, Tinder, and on and on and on and on? For cyberspace, cyber hate never dies. Even if taken down, we live in a world where what is written in any place can be read and heard in every space around the world. Jewish organizations receive weekly briefings on how to be vigilant, to defend ourselves, not just from physical attacks, but just as importantly from mental and emotional attacks. These are the ones that leave an indelible legacy, for good or for evil. ADL CEO Greenblatt testified, "We have leading voices in our nation, in academic institutions, in the media, in other stations of public life, who are normalizing anti-Semitism. They're using anti-Semitic myths and tropes about globalists controlling government, Jewish money destroying our borders, dual loyalty to Jewish citizens, or attacking the Jewish state with the same dangerous myths and tropes used throughout history to demonize the Jewish people. And all of this destigmatizes anti-Semitism and renders it routine." During the high holidays, we sing, "Kivakarat roe edro, ma'avir tzono tachat shivato, kain ta'avir v'tispor v'timne, v'tifkod nefesh kol chai, v'tispor v'timne, v'tivkod, nefesh kol chai. Like the review of the shepherd of his flock passing under his staff, you cause us to pass and number and count and consider the soul of all life. The soul of all life. We saw that soul as this community surrounded us in love when, after more than 120 years, anti-Semitism reached our very door. Temple Emmanuel, Pueblo, Colorado, became the target of a bombing. How fortunate we were to be a thwarted bombing, to have those lifelong professionals from the FBI watching out for us, dedicated individuals who don't play politics, don't pass out protection according to race, religion, or sexual orientation. They just do their job. Yet, less than 100 years passed. In another place and time, the courts and guardians of law and protection turned aside from their jobs, their sworn duty, and followed their leader into the ways of blame, degradation, and hate. We chant the prayer for those who have gone before us, the El Malay. Please rise if you are seated for the chanting of the El Malay. Fully compassionate God on high, to our 6 million brothers and sisters murdered because they were Jews, grant clear and certain rest with you in the lofty heights of the sacred and pure, whose brightness shines like the very glow of heaven. El Malay Rachamim Shochen Bamaromim Amatzei Menucha Nechona Tachat Kanfei HaShechina B'ma'alot Kedoshim Utahorim Kezohar Harakia Mazhirim Et Nishmot 6,000,000 Acheinu v'achyoteinu Shenehergu al Kiddush Hashem Baal HaRachamim Yastirem b'seiter knafav la'olamim V'yitzror b'yitzror ha'chaim et nishmatam Adonai hu nachalatam V'yanuchu b'shalom amish kavam v'nomar amen. Source of mercy, forever enfold them in the embrace of your wings. Secure their souls in eternity. Adonai, they are yours. May they rest in peace. Amen. And together we recite the Kaddish. Yit gadal v'yit kadash shemei rabbah. Ba'alma divra chir'ute v'yamlich malchute, b'chayechon u'b'yomechon u'v'chaye dochol Beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'vizman kariv v'meru amen. Yehi shemei rabba mevorach le'olam ul'almei almaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yit hadar v'yit ale v'yit halal, shemei dekudesha barich hu. Le'ela minkol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiran be'alma v'emeru, amen. Yehi shalama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'emeru, amen. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, v'emeru, amen. May God grant peace to all who mourn, and comfort and healing for this community and for all who live on earth. One evening, when we were already resting on the floor of our hut, dead tired, soup bowls in hand, a fellow prisoner rushed in and asked us to run out to the assembly grounds and see the wonderful sunset. Standing outside, we saw sinister clouds in the west and the whole sky alive with clouds of ever-changing shapes and colors, from steel blue to blood red. The desolate gray mud huts provided a sharp contrast, while the puddles on the muddy ground reflected the glowing sky. Then, after minutes of moving silence, one prisoner said to another, "How beautiful the world could be." A writing by Viktor Frankl. If you know this, please sing with me. I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and for you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright blessed day, the dark sacred night. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of the people passing by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, "How do you do?" They're really saying, "I love you." I hear babies cry. I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I think to myself, what a wonderful world. And it can be, if we allow it to be. Don't allow for people to say that which you wouldn't allow for yourself. And someday this world will again be a wonderful world. Thank you for being with me.